Hello and welcome along to day 2 of the European Championships for 10 metres 2026. We are live for you once again at the sporting complex of Demeshan in Yerevan, Armenia. Well, what an incredible opening video, just showcasing this incredible country steeped in so much history, so much to look into, to delve into, so many places to visit. I've hardly had a chance to do any of it myself, apart from a few walk-arounds in the actual city, and what a great place Yerevan is. The 10-metre air rifle women's final is coming up for you, and boy, do we have some very tasty names in the actual lineup itself. Some world-class rifle athletes, as you'd expect. I mean, really, I think that European rifle shooting for women has never been stronger than it is right now, and that's our next event. Later on, we've got the 10-metre air rifle men at 4:45 local time, and then into this evening for the 10-metre air pistol mixed team at 7:30. That's local time here in Yerevan, Armenia. So do join us for both the upcoming finals later on today. As for now, well, as I said, some world-class athletes in this final, and as you can see, the scoring for qualification in front of you right there. Jeanette Justad and Annie Jansen battled it out in the mixed team, both between Norway and Germany, and separated by 1.0 in qualification, another 1.0 difference between second and third. So if you've just joined us on YouTube and on Facebook, you're just in time. We are fired up, ready to go. So Angelia Stefanovic is first out, 18 years old, representing Serbia. Took a silver medal in Burgas at the 10-metre juniors 2026. That was just a few weeks ago. We did have a great time in Bulgaria. And if you joined us for our live coverage, then thanks for doing so. And thanks for coming back today.
Position B, representing Turkey.
And next out is Damla Kosye of Turkey. 25 years old now, the world number 26 in 10 metres. A bronze medal at the World Championships in the 10-metre mixed team. That was in Cairo at the end of last year, 2025. She was also 8th in the individual final at the World Championships, and she was 6th in the European Championship final last year in Osijek.
On position C, representing Norway.
Now here is Jeanette Justad, the world number 1 in 3 positions, the world number 3 in 10 metres, and struts on to the finals hall already with a gold medal from the mixed team yesterday alongside John Hegg. So Jeanette towering over the other two. It's such a rise to world dominance for Jeanette Justad over the last 4 years, really, since the Tokyo Olympics. She's absolutely just shot into the world's top podiums pretty much every single time. Annie Jansen is next, comes out with the confidence of the second highest qualification score. Also a silver medal from the mixed team yesterday, alongside Max Ulbrich for Germany.
On position E, representing Turkey.
Second athlete from Turkey is now Elif Eren. I had a quick chat with Elif before the final and seemed in good spirits. She's competed at World Championships at the likes of Baku and Cairo, and also has competed across 4 European Championships in the past. So this is her 5th. An incredible career so far.
Position F, representing Poland. Here's a shooter with a qualification score of 631.9 points. This is Maya Magdalena Gawenda.
So Maya Gawenda of Poland is next, 20 years old. Also competed at the World Championships last year in Cairo. There's plenty of junior medals to her name. And I do remember 3 years ago in Tallinn, the Team Women Junior gold medal. And what a dominant performance that was from Poland that day. I remember being commentator for that one.
She was world champion as junior in Lima.
So Esther Dénes is next for Hungary, 24 years old. Again, has competed at World Championship level, both at Baku and Cairo. Has 2 European Championship silver medals, one in the 3P in the mixed team junior back in 2021, and another in the 10-metre mixed team in 2020. Well, Pernilla Norvoll, second from Norway, such a talent. Gold medalist in Burgas a few weeks ago in the 10-metre junior. She has 6 European Championship medals. 2 of them came in Tallinn, the team women junior. Sorry, 1 actually silver came in Tallinn, another silver came in Osijek in the 10 meters. Other than that, she has 3 other bronze medals at European Championship level. Had a good year last year as well. Gold medalist in the World Cup in Granada in 10 meters. And has 3 4th places at a Junior World Championships. Hasn't quite made the podium there, and who knows, may make the podium here today. So Bartosz Czerniawski of Poland, once again, is the man with the microphone. He is our Chief Range Officer, and he instructs the athletes to take your position. So take yours at home or wherever you are watching from around the world. 2 athletes from Turkey, 2 from Norway. The rest of the lineup is Serbia, Germany, Poland, and Hungary.
To prepare everything, make some sightings, and be ready for the counting shots after this sighting.
Now, is this going to be a battle between Annie Janssen and Jeanette Gustad? Will it be some of the others? It's always the questions you've got to ask yourself. Is Pernille Norvoll of Norway capable of getting on the podium here today at the Senior European Championships, having come here with a gold medal? So many questions, and that's what makes these finals so exciting. You just don't know who's going to get there. One poor shot, and that could not only cost you a place in the final, but perhaps even a medal. We saw it yesterday in the individual finals for pistol. So there is Pernille Norvoll, still only 19 years old, still a few years to go in her junior career.
After these 2 series,
so this is the preparation area, just off to the side of the finals hall. So just round the corner from where the athletes arrive, and it's nice to get a sneak peek behind the scenes at what goes on. When I went to the reporting area, Annie Janssen and Jeanette Gustad were deep in dry firing. There they are. That's exactly the position I saw them in, both completely focused. So you see the rifles getting weighed. They can weigh up to 5.5 kilos in this event. And that's where the jury and equipment control don't pull any punches at all. Everything must be fair, everything must be checked. Even like that, the suits. There's also a briefing from the jury as well that explains what's going to happen through the final. Now, most of the athletes here have experienced finals, but not all. Let's have a look at the rifles themselves. Let's take a closer look.
These are always the last shots the athletes made. If you see some blue ones, these were the shots which the athletes made before. This is a sighting and preparation phase, so it could happen that the first shots are not in the middle, but this will change by the athletes. They have screws and their rifles to adjust them so perfect as possible. We have a top results from over 635 points. This could only happen by 60 shots if we use a decimal scoring. That is also happened in the qualification in air rifle. So the 630 points means a middle of a really big 10, 635 and more. 10.5 and more I have to do to get these results. What is a 10.5?
What a great video showcasing a typical rifle. I mean, I say typical because there's many different brands, there's many ways you can customize the actual rifles themselves. Dragan was in good spirits before the final. I did have a quick chat with him. Always nice to see him. And Mustafa Kalga. He looked focused when I saw him in the preparation area. He's quite studious. And Sinova Berg, who was actually competing in qualification herself, and has come out here as acting coach. Stefan Yabin of Germany is next. We're going to get a wave or a smile.
This will count also in the final.
Not today.
This is important.
It's okay though. Coaches are allowed to stay in the zone after all. That's their job.
So you'll see all athletes made good shots right now. Big tennis needed.
Murat Orgun. Murat always has a smile and a heart shape for the camera. Again, spoke to him before the final. It's always nice to see him. And Robert Krakowski of Poland seems all set.
Could become European champion.
And Giha Bayos of Hungary also had plenty of smiles in the preparation area. I think she always laughs at the way I say Hungarian names. Jonas Edman, also a regular in terms of the coaching team for Norway. He was there pretty much for all the finals in Burgas in Bulgaria a few weeks ago. Norway took such a strong squad there, and they've done the same here. In terms of rifle shooting, they're really up there, aren't they, in terms of the European stage. So 10 meters is the distance. There's that maximum weight of 5.5 kilos that I mentioned a second ago. The 10 ring is just 0.5 millimeters wide. If you were to hit a 10.9, which is the highest shot, then that's the equivalent of hitting a pinhead from 10 meters away. I know, how on earth is it possible? Well, somehow it is. Jeanette Justad hit 2 10.9s in the mixed team yesterday. I know there was another 10.9 from elsewhere. It may have been Anna Janssen, actually, but it escapes me now. The final was just going at such a pace. It was really good, and I urge you to watch it back if you haven't seen it just yet. So you can see this theatre that we're in, the theatre of drama, emotion, and sporting history in front of us. There's a reminder of the European record. And Danetta was also part of that gold-winning team in Tallinn 3 years ago when she was alongside Maya Magdalena of Poland. So the crowd have gathered, some with the country's flags. The coaches are in their seats. Hopefully you're poised and ready.
For the first competition series. Load.
And here we go with the first series of 5 shots. So 2 series of 5, and then we move to individual shots. The eliminations start after shot 12, and then every 2 shots until we make our way through to decide the medals. This is the 10-meter air rifle women's final at the European Championships 2026. We're live for you here in Yerevan in Armenia. Sit back and enjoy. Well, Eren with a 10.8. I did say she seemed in good spirits when I spoke to her before the final in the preparation area. Eren is the eldest of the competitors there today, 37 years old. Norwell 10.6, other 10.5s coming in, and Eden follows that 10.8 with a 10.6. Govenda, great shots. 10.8 just outside that perfect 10.9. Now we're certainly on course for totals around 52 in this first series of 5. Again, the strength of women's European rifle shooting, I've never seen it any higher, and been working professionally now in shooting for, to be my 9th year. Just see the poise and stillness of Damla Kose next to Jeanette Justad. There's so much going on. It looks so simple. Just looks like people standing, holding a rifle, firing at something 10 meters away. But the breath control that's going on, the rhythm, the loss of any tension in the muscles, the muscle memory, the mental concentration. Those sights aren't magnified. There's no magnification. Now both Damla and Jeanette opting for visors and opaque blinders on their non-shooting eye. Justad hits a 10.4. Damler, sorry, 10.5. Damler with a 10.4. I said about totals of 52. Penilla Norval, look at the grouping. Last shot was a 10.7, 52.7 after that first series of 5. Incredible. Jeanette Justad needs a 10.6 here to match Penilla's total so far. Gets a 10.5, just 0.1 behind. Annie Janssen, 53.1. I did wonder coming into the final, is the battle for gold and silver between Justad and Janssen, but as I said at the beginning of the commentary, I have to keep an eye on Penilla Norval as well. She's really talented, really good. So here's how it stands, close already, right the way down the scoreboard from 1st to 4th. Jeanette Justad, the gold medalist from the mixed team, in 4th place. Annie Janssen, already with a silver medal from the mixed team, is top of the table, 0.1 in front of Yerevan of Turkey, who has performed so well and is the eldest competitor at 37 years old in this final. Wow, what a start.
Competition series. Load.
So there's the load command, another 4 minutes 10, and a second series of 5.
Start.
So a short break for the athletes. They now go back through their pre-shot routine. Breath control, heart rate, just crucial. The slightest movement. And the shot's off. And it's gone. It's that marginal. It's minute. Yerevan of Turkey just making those minor adjustments to the positioning of her rifle. Just getting that butt plate in the position where she knows where it should be and where it feels most comfortable for hopefully a perfect shot each time. That's what each athlete's hoping for. Well, 0.3 off a perfect shot, a 10.6. Well, Maha Magdalena, also still a junior. This year's 20 years old. The third youngest in this final. Angelija Stefanovic of Serbia is 18. Norval, who we've already mentioned, 19. And Maha Magdalena, 20. So 3 juniors in a senior final. Again, it shows you the strength of European women's junior shooting as well. 8 finalists and 3 of them are juniors. Well, I mean, in some ways, there's absolutely no point calling these scores out. Just let them roll in. 10.8, 2 of them. Scores in the mid-10s. So Danish first to finish, 103.2. We're going to see some totals of 105. Norwal's grouping is just off the scale, isn't it? I mean, that last shot, a 10.8, a 10.7 this time. Now, the test, I think, for Penilla is can she carry that on towards the medal stages? She comes here on the back of a gold medal from Burgas. Meanwhile, just down on firing point C, Justad has hit a 10.9. She did that yesterday. So Jeanette Justad and Janssen, they have the advantage of having been out here in the finals theatre. And I call it a theatre because it is one. Only yesterday. So Kose and Janssen to finish. Janssen needs a 10.1 to match Norwal. Justad has finished on 105. Janssen with a 10.2 and is in front by 0.1. Annie Janssen is on form today. And that's how it stands. Annie Janssen was in front by 0.1 and continues to be in front.
Fantastic shoot. They are fighting for the medals. Kose, Dene, Stefanovic, Gavenda. They have to fight.
Well, it's so close, isn't it? First, second, third, all with 0.1 differences. Justad still in fourth, 0.2 behind. Okay, there's a gap between fifth and fourth, but then very close from fifth right the way down to eighth. Wow. So we're going to single shots now. Real pressure mounting on all 8 of these athletes. What a final so far.
So get ready for the run to place 8 with your applause. Everybody, come on!
For the next competition, shot. Load.
So now 50 seconds on the clock. The crowd clapping along. There's been a great atmosphere throughout yesterday, and certainly in terms of today, we've got off to a good start. What a brilliant final so far. The battle for the medals, I think, is going to be epic here today. .6 from Norwal and from Annie Janssen. Justad hits a 10.7. So Janssen continues to lead. The gap is 0.1. Annie Janssen on 116 for Germany. Pernilla Norwal of Norway in second place, 0.1 behind, and then Justad has jumped up from fourth to third.
So Poland, Serbia, Hungary, it's on you right now. Applause, applause, applause.
So first elimination shot now. Who will go, who will stay? Well, in under 50 seconds, we're going to find out. Who can deal with the mental pressure? Gavenda, 0.2 behind. Stefanovic is tied for 6th alongside Denes of Hungary. And there is a 0.4 gap between 6th and 5th, so it could swing. Meanwhile, solid shots from the leaders. 10.5 from Janssen and Norwal. But we now have our first elimination, and it has swung round. Stefanovic of Serbia will be first leave this final in 8th place. Well, 18 years old, a very exciting future ahead, because to have come here against this kind of quality and have made a final. She had a silver medal in Burgas in the 10-meter junior a few weeks ago. And now for Angelea, it's 8th place. And Dragan Donevic, her coach, is first to congratulate her on 8th place in the European Senior Final. That's very good going. Leaves on a total of 123.5. Look at some of the gaps. 0.1 everywhere. A tie for 3rd. What a final so far. That's a great shot, isn't it? As in a camera shot of Janssen and Justad. Both of them so used to battling out in a final such as this, but this time for Norway, Pernilla Norwal's in the mix.
This shot is a 10.5, a fantastic field of play. Danish further on 7th rank, only 0.2.
Well, Annie Janssen is looking strong. She's increased her lead. It's still small. It's now at 0.2, and the Germans in front with a total of 137.3.
So everybody, help them on the fight for the 7th place. Give me your hands. Come on, everybody.
For the next competition, shot. Load.
Look at that, remarkable. Of all the last shots, the lowest was a 10.4.
Start.
It's just breathtaking. The women here really are shining a light, not only on world shooting, but European shooting, and on the entertainment and drama that they're providing us here today in Yerevan. .8 from Kosei. Another 10.8, this time from Anna Janssen.
Stop.
Well, this is almost already looking like Janssen's gold. Can she hold on? Well, we have our next elimination, and Serbia were first to go, and now it's Hungary in 7th place. Esther Denes, who's 24 years old, has competed at the World Championships in Cairo and Baku, and has 2 European Championships silver medals. She now leaves the final today in 7th place. It's tough out there.
So let's get ready, Poland.
Well, a nice wave to the camera from Esther.
Norway, Germany.
Sure, hoping for better things, but 7th place in a European final against this standard is a big achievement. Well, this difference is just starting to separate out just a little bit. This final just starting to take a bit more shape. But who has the ability to keep repeating that pre-shot routine in the way they would hope, to go through the motions time and time and time again? That's the test of a world-class shooting athlete. Well, Justad, if she's to stand a chance of a medal, needed that 10.7, needs more of them too. Elsewhere again, right the way across the board. Lowest shot, 10.2, which in most finals you'd be happy with. But against this standard, you need to be mid-10s. 10.5 and higher is what's required to take a medal here.
For the next competition shot, load.
So here we go with shot 16. This is to eliminate 6th place. At the moment, Kosei is only 0.2 behind Gawenda of Poland in 5th place. Again, this could swing. Oh, 10.8 from Norwal, 10.7 from Yerevan, 10.6 from Kosei. Great shot, especially under that kind of pressure. 10.9, a second one from Jeanette Justad. That's 2 in this final. And Gawenda with a 10.6, which means there's no swing at the bottom. And Kosei of Turkey is eliminated from the final in 6th place. Well, you've just seen for yourself the standard that we've got here in Armenia in this final. Unbelievable, really. And now 25-year-old Damla Kosei of Turkey leaves this final in 6th. Turkey still in there, tied for 3rd. Yerevan and Justad both locked on the same score, 167.9.
Load.
Now the gap was 0.5, that's changed. It's down to 0.1.
Start.
Has Justad left herself too much to do to try and get another medal? She took a gold yesterday in the mixed team. What a performance though from Yerevan of Turkey though. 37 years old against the rest who are all in their 20s, if not in their late teens. And then this time with a 9.9. Meanwhile, 10.8 from both Norwal and Janssen. The crowd are going wild.
Leaders made the best shot, 10.8 for Janssen and Norwal.
Govender
0.1
in 5th place, now in danger of elimination as we go into shot 18. She's 1.1 behind.
1.1 the gap to Yerevan for her.
Առաջատարն է Յանսենը Գերմանիայից երկրորդ հորիզոնականում է 0.1
So will it be Poland? Will it be Turkey on elimination here?
For the 5th place.
Or will there be a disastrous shot in the top 3 because, again, a shot way off the 10 or 9 mark is costly enough to, as I said, cost you a place in the final and therefore a medal. But with the standard that Janssen and Dustad and Norwal have provided so far, it looks like they're the 3 that are going to battle for the medals. Eren of Turkey isn't out of this yet, though. Govender needs a real decent shot. And with those other scores, Govender will be leaving this final. 10.2, a nice way to go.
Stop.
A decent shot.
Here is the next decision.
If you're going to take one on your final score. So a 10.2 leaves Govender with a 1.3 gap behind in 5th place. She now leaves this final on a total of 186.9. And she's only 20 years old. She'll be back, I'm sure.
0.4, then Dustad on the 3rd rank, and Yerevan 0.9 behind Dustad. She will fight by the next 2 single shots to get a medal. So let's go,
Maha
Turkey, let me hear you and all the others.
Takes her seat. A gold medalist in the European Championships last summer. That was in the 50-metre prone. And I said earlier, there was that gold medal in the team women junior in Tallinn at the European Championships.
Start.
So we're down to the final 4. Who's going to make it onto the podium? Who's going back to their country with no medal? Great stance from Anna Janssen in the centre. A 10.7 from the German. Dustad with a 10.2. That's not going to be good enough at the moment to try and creep up and try and battle for gold. Norwal, on the other hand, is over the 200 marker with a 10.6.
So the fight for the medals goes on by the next shot.
So the battle for the bronze medal is on. And Elif Eren of Turkey is just 0.4 behind. The medals are not decided, not yet.
Start.
There she is, the gap is 0.4. Real pressure now in this European Championship final. Norwal rolls out another 10.6. Almost as if it's routine. Eren with a 10.6. Janssen, 10.8. Is the German on for gold? And Dustad has hit a 9.8. As I just said, it could swing round. And Jeanette Dustad, the gold medalist from yesterday in the mixed team, has gone. The Norwegian this time today will have to settle for 4th place. And it's not the first time I've seen that happen to Jeanette just on the last shot. The gap was 0.4 going into that and a 9.8 from the Norwegian. Meanwhile, Eren with a 10.6, the 37-year-old from Turkey has made it to the podium. What a final. Wow.
For the next competition shot, load.
So can Norwal catch Janssen? Anna Janssen has looked so determined from the very beginning of this final. Almost as if there's a bit of grievance with the silver medal from yesterday. She wanted gold alongside Max Albrecht in the mixed team. .7 from Norwal, the 19-year-old. Absolutely superb. Eren with a 10.6. Janssen, ooh, 10.1.
And again, a top
He's
shot
still
from
just in
Yerevan,
front by 0.1.
10.6, but 1
And
point.
Elif Eren
This is
of
again,
Turkey now
we will see what's going
1.9
on.
behind. She's currently in the
0.1
bronze medal
behind
position.
Janssen. That is nothing. The fight for gold. Two athletes.
There's Pernilla Norval. What a talent. Been watching her for many years. Watched her at tournaments such as Intershoot, a great tournament in the Netherlands. If you've never been to Intershoot, certainly think about going next year.
For the
Also
next
seen her shoot the likes of Riak in Luxembourg each December. Again, another fine European tournament. I'd highly recommend that one too. The standard at both is so high. And now Pernilla Norval has been dominating things in Burgas, Bulgaria a few weeks ago, taking that gold medal in the 10-meter junior. Norval 10.3 this time. Oh, Eren 10.5. And Janssen with a solid 10.7. So Turkey have the first medal of the day. And she'll be absolutely delighted with this. And Murat Organ, the coach, again, I'm sure, may even end up doing cartwheels later. Elif Eren, 37 years old, is a bronze medalist here in Yerevan, Armenia, in the European Championships for 10 meters in the 10-meter air rifle women. What a performance, what a score. 230.6.
Between the leader Janssen and Norval. 2 shots to go.
Well, just shows you, even in your late 30s, you can compete against the younger women. And we're bound to see an embrace here between the two, and there it is.
For the next competition shot. Load.
Turkey have a bronze. Well, if you're here to support Norway, or you're here to support Germany, well, you must be hiding behind your hands, a cushion, hiding behind a wall. Maybe even a Norval. The gap is 0.5. 19-year-old Pernilla Norval of Norway against 24-year-old Anna Janssen of Germany. 10.5 from the Norwegian. Janssen needs a 10 or more to stay in front. 10.3. The gap is 0.3.
First shot on the run for gold is done, and Norval could close the gap to 0.
Both of these athletes have really held their nerve. I don't think any of them have been in a 9 ring. It's been the 10 ring and higher for both Janssen and Norval throughout this final, right from the very beginning. So who's going to take gold?
So give me your hands for gold, everybody.
Will there be some swing in that 0.3 gap? Are we going to a shoot-off?
Shot. Load.
Norval, a junior in a senior final,
Start.
currently in the silver medal position. Anna Janssen, who's been in front pretty much the entire way, you could say deserves this gold on the back of a silver. Yes, they're in the mixed team. Let's see. Norval will shoot first. And does so. Whoa! 10.9!
Stop.
And Janssen with a 10.3, and it's switched around right at the very last shot. Well, what a way to finish. It's a European record, and a European record for the juniors as well, because Norval is only 19 years old. Incredible. But you know what? I've been watching her for so many years, and she absolutely deserves this. 2 gold medals back-to-back, one in Burgas in the junior 10 meters, and now a gold medal in the senior European Championship final. Norway continue to dominate not only the European scene, but it'll be the world scene later this year. Anna Janssen, well, whoa. You have to feel for Anna today. It's a second silver medal.
She made also a good shot, but this 10.9.
And it all came down to those final shots. There was a 0.3 gap going into the final shot. But Pernilla Norval pulled out a perfect shot, the equivalent of hitting a pinhead from 10 meters away, a 10.9, boom. A European record, a European junior record of 253.7. What a final.
Turkey to Elif Eren.
So there it is confirmed, and Yerevan of Turkey being announced as the bronze medalist.
Silver goes to Germany, Anna Janssen.
And Anna Janssen just not quite enough to fend off Pernille Norvoll of Norway. Anna Janssen, 2 silver medals in 2 days, 1 yesterday, 1 today.
From Norway, the new European champion and air rifle woman representing Norway. This is Pernille Norvoll.
Well, Pernille Norvoll is the European champion, both as a junior and a senior. What an exciting year she's got coming up. There's the European Championships for 50 metres later on in May in Osijek. Plenty of World Cups. And then, of course, Doha for the World Championships and the first of the quota places for the Los Angeles Olympic Games 2028.
And we are ready for the award ceremonies in around about 10 minutes.
Well, me personally, I'm certainly not surprised by that performance. I think Pernille has had that kind of performance in her locker for an awful long while. And there it is confirmed as well. The European record, 253.7 from 19-year-old Pernille Norvoll of Norway. Wow. What a final, looking at those scores from 4th all the way down to 8th. Turkey coming into this final with 2 athletes and then making it to the actual podium. Jeanette Stad missed out on a 2nd medal. Anna Janssen got her 2nd, another silver, and Pernille Norvoll became European champion with the gold. So still to come, we've got our 10-metre air rifle men's final, and then later this evening, 7:30, do join us for the mixed team 10-metre pistol. Men's final, local time here today in Armenia, is at 4:45. As we now just watch these scenes of embrace from not only the German team, as Robin Volter, who was a medalist yesterday, and it all came down to the final shot. There was a gap of 0.3. Here's 19-year-old Pernille Norvoll, and she finished in the perfect way with a perfect score of 10.9. Just sit back, enjoy these highlights, and we'll catch you later for the air rifle men. Can the men provide the same drama and entertainment that we've just seen here from the women? Well, we'll find out later. We'll leave you with these highlights of the 10-metre final. And do join us later for more live coverage of the 2026 European Championships for 10 metres in Yerevan, Armenia.
Ladies and gentlemen, the victory ceremony for the air rifle women event of Yerevan 2026 European Championships will now take place.
Այժմ տեղի կունենա հաղթողի եւ մրցանակակիրների պարգևատրման արարողությունը։
Big applause for our medalists.